Oh boy, I tell you right now, what a crazy, bizarre week this was, ending in a tie for the Sunday night football game. I tell you, it was crazy all the way around, and I tell you, it can't get any worse than what it has been for some. And then you've got some streakers, and then you got some slumpers. And I tell you right now, it's amazing how this thing is turning around and how people are still in the mix. This fantasy football league is something serious. And by the way, there's a hopeful, somebody who really doesn't have a record right now that's sitting pretty, but he told me that he pretty much has a roster now that he can pretty much run the table. I'll tell you who that is in a second. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Ro Dudley, my man Ro, back in the mix, a streaker, yes, and he is now sitting pretty back in his division, and he defeated David Hayes 92-81. Andrew Luck was his main guy that took care of everything today, an MVP candidate with 27 points, 353 yards with 3 touchdowns. On the other side with David Hayes, it was a bad day. You guys pretty much, if you didn't see it, he pretty much lost in all of his fantasy league games. He didn't have a good night, and then on his way home, thank God we didn't have a Black Lives Matter moment to where somebody would have to come out here and put the AK, but they gave him a ticket. Yeah, they gave him a ticket, and that pretty much ended his night. When it rained, it poured, and it pretty much was raining that night. Andy Dalton was the high scorer for him with 20 points, 308 yards with 2 tubs. Now I tell you right now, things can turn back around in a quick way, and he'll be back hopefully, and it'll be a great performance for him next week. Then we swing over to the Prince Hall G-Men versus Greg Williams. Now hear this. Greg Williams, who lost, of course, to the Prince Hall G-Men 95-62. The G-Men, of course, how ironic. The New York Giants defense, 20 points, a touchdown, 4 interceptions, and 10 points allowed. Yeah! Did it for once, and it had me sitting pretty. I even had Philadelphia, who was on the bench with 25 points on the defensive end, so I'm going to keep those guys and see how far I can go. David Johnson for Greg Williams had 16 points, 113 yards. Wasn't able to get in the end zone because it was a bizarre 6-6 tie that took place on that Sunday night football game. And golly, that was crazy in itself. And, he's still in the mix, an MVP candidate itself. But hear this. Greg Williams, because he didn't make the draft that day, ended up missing on a lot of people. He missed out on a lot of people that he wanted to have on his team. And so with that being said, he was getting smacked around left and right. Now his record, as you can see, doesn't really stand pretty, but he told me as of yesterday, because I had my first day of track practice, by the way, 1911 track practice, we're back in the business. He told me that he could pretty much run the table. He reshuffled his roster, and he now is back in the mix. I can't wait to see this. I need a good laugher, but then again, things can happen in a strange way, so I ain't gonna hold nothing against him. Other than that, we swing over to Mimi in Tacoma. Mimi, what a great comeback that was. At first, when I was looking at the game, she was getting slapped. She was down by like 60. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I said, oh, here comes another streaker Steve. But Mr. Headbuster, my guy. 104-100 loss, a heart burner. I mean, he left some kids on the table. I'm telling you right now, he was kicking himself after that Green Bay performance that took place on Thursday, which is his favorite team, by the way. Left some guys that really broke out that he had on the bench, and it just didn't work out for him as he lost 104-100. And for Mimi, out of all people, the kicker, Lambo from San Diego, had 17 points, 4 for 4 in field goals, and 3 extra points. Along with the headbuster Steve, Drew Brees, obviously, still the main man. 24 points, 367 yards with 3 touchdowns and an interception, but it just wasn't enough. But hey, if Greg Williams said he's still in it, Steve, don't back out, because Steve kind of was waving the white flag. He sent a message talking about, oh, I'll be back next year and I will not lose, in his Jay-Z voice. But if he's surrendering, hey, let's do some trades, Steve. I need a running back. Anyway, swinging over to Levante Littlejohn versus keeping it 100 Tyreek. He another slumper. He was in it for a second, and Levante just turned around and made things happen in his PM games with Tyrod Taylor coming through in the mix. Well, first of all, it was 90-76. Levante Littlejohn took care of business and handled that in a major way. And Tyrod Taylor was 23 points, 221 yards, two turnovers and a touchdown. Compared to keep it 100 Tyreek, who's slumping, but he's still in the mix in his division with Aaron Rodgers with 23 points, 326 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But it just wasn't enough to get him over into the mix. And then we have another one, Team Shelley. Wow, this was another one, a cat fight. Wow. Okay, Team Shelley back in the mix. Another team. That's why I had to put a good picture this time, because she's in it. She's back in it. 85-82 over the Black Cheetahs. I tell you right now, another person who left some kids on the bench. I got a phone call early in the morning at about 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what? Hello? I'm trying to figure out how come my guy's on the bench. I'm trying to put him out here, and for some reason they got him locked and I can't play him. That's because they're playing in London. You should have selected your team and had it locked in. I usually do mine on Saturday, so I don't have to wait for these type of things. But yeah, she left some kids on the bench and she paid for it and lost by 3 points in the end. Jeremy Hill, for Team Shelley, 24 points, 168 yards, and a touchdown. To Spencer Ware, a former Seahawk who now plays for Kansas City Chiefs for the Black Cheetahs, 18 points, 77 yards, and a receiving tub. And now, what I appreciate the most. Hit it. Oh man, I couldn't believe this. This was unbelievable. I loved every bit of, because I needed some help. And what better way to have a family member kind of bail you out to bring you back into the mix. Team Quick Six, 103 to Toya Knight. Well, it doesn't matter. She lost. Okay, she lost. 96. Okay, Matt Forte, 25 points, 100 yards, two turnovers and a touchdown. To Team Knight, who had Gordon from San Diego, Melvin Gordon, 29 points, 68 yards, 3 turnovers and a touchdown. Look, this game had all kind of things that I was paying attention mostly to this game, and I think a lot of people were paying attention to this game because these are some high flyers. Matter of fact, this was a Super Bowl rematch from last year, the Northwest Sac League rematch from last year, and it went down, and it went down again. They didn't let us down again, and it was a shootout. But at the same time, of course, I was rooting for my brother because I needed him to win so I can get back into the mix because Toya had a 1-game lead because I lost 2 broken clocks and I shouldn't have did that. And so because of that, now I needed some help. And what better way? Quick Six came through in the mix, and I was so happy for that, and it felt real good. So now as we get ready for next week's series, I'm telling you right now, pay attention to these next couple of weeks because it is about to be serious. And speaking of Quick Six, that's who I play next. Oh man, it's about to go down. I think I'm going to make that the game of the week. And I'm going to be talking. No, am I going to be? No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to do that. I don't know who's going to do what. I don't want to put the funeral glasses on Sunday, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Yeah. Until then, I want you guys to be safe this weekend. It's Halloween. I don't believe in that crap, that ghouls and goblins crap. Speaking of Halloween, remember that time where we played the game Bloody Mary and you're sitting in the bathroom, you was spinning around and you was yelling out Bloody Mary a gang of times in the dark? Oh, God. Oh, God. You know what? I told a couple kids this on my track team yesterday. I've got them spooked. Some of them gonna try it already. They're like, "What? I never heard of that." I told them about it. I said, "Go ahead and do it." And if you do it, something might happen to you. So, man, there's a couple times people did it and they came outside with scratches on their face and stuff like that. It was crazy, man. Don't play that game. That game's insane. And they're like, "What?" Now kids are gonna go and try it. I said, "Hey, go into the dark, into the bathroom, turn the lights off, and then spin around and scream Bloody Mary 5 times and watch what happens." That shit's crazy. And oh boy, they're spooked out. I can't wait to see it. Don't do that to your kids if you ain't really believing in it. I shouldn't have did that either because I don't really believe in that crap. But until then, I will get ready for next week, and hopefully I can continue to streak, you can continue to streak, and we can continue to have fun together. Oh yeah, Fanfire, November 1st, it's coming out, the app. Don't forget to upload it, share it with your friends. I got the link right there. You can take that, share it with your friends right now, pass it along, get them involved, because we want to start a whole league to where we can have fun. It's not just for football, it's for basketball, it's for baseball, for crying out loud, you can do soccer, even cricket, an overseas sport that we hardly ever get to see. Tell a friend it's going down. Fanfire, it's on and cracking, and I'll holla.